Yo, what is going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we get some more information about the upcoming woodcutting update, Overgrown Idols, as well as a sneak peek at the dyed Tier 92 crossbows coming with Solak. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go!
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, this stream was a couple of hours ago, actually, and we got more information about the Overgrown Idols, which is coming on Monday, in just a couple of days. So we know that it's going to require level 81 woodcutting to participate in, and we actually have the two locations east of Karamja, like I said in the previous video, but we now know exactly where the two places are. So you can see the two areas on the map here that are heavily densed with vegetation. Those are the two areas that where you're going to be partaking in the Overgrown Idols. Now with this update, there is no comp or trim requirements, but there is a master quest cape requirement. You'll need to get a lore book, which is obtained from cutting down the idol. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Now this activity can be done solo or in groups, and they say it takes anywhere from 20-25 minutes, maybe up to half an hour, in order for you to complete it or fully chop it down and get the boosts within, because I talked about in a previous video. If you fully chop it down, you get a random 1 of 5 boost to your woodcutting skill that can help you in various different ways. We don't know exactly what all of those boosts are just yet, but we know of at least one I'll talk about in a minute. Anyways, the activity will respawn every 20 minutes after you've fully completed or fully chopped down all the vegetation around an idol. But if you're not interacting with any of the vines for 5 minutes, then it will completely reset it and you'll have to chop them all over again from scratch. Now, if we're actually talking about in terms of how you're going to be interacting with it, you may have noticed that there's various different vines around the idol. You need to clear all of the ones around the idol itself, not necessarily the outside ones. If you can get into the I guess the inner ring of vines, if you can get to those, you just need to clear that around the idol, and then you can chop the idol itself. And you may have noticed that each one of these that you're chopping down has one of those progress bars like you see in like Alea crablets on Uncharted Isles. So that'll give you a good idea of how close you are to chopping the vines. Obviously, if you're doing this with a group, you're going to get to the center much quicker and get your hands on those buffs much quicker. So it'll probably be good if you're after those buffs to do it with somebody. There is no assigned world for this, at least not in this stage. Shauny said he'll talk to somebody, see if they can get it in by Monday's release to have a designated world for Overgrown Idols, but as of right now there is not, so maybe there will be an FC that will coordinate and get that out. Now anyways, once you fully chop down the vegetation around the idol and you chop the idol yourself, like I said, you'll get 1 of 5 buffs. We don't know what the buffs are except for one that was shown on stream, and Shauny showed it off. It was just 1 of 5 random that could show off, and he happened to get what was his favorite one, and your woodcutting cut rate is actually doubled. He said that when you're doing woodcutting, normally you chop the wood 1 every 4 ticks. So this basically makes it 1 every 2 ticks. So you're going to be gaining XP at a much faster rate. He actually took it to Acadia in the Menafos VIP district just to give you an idea of exactly how fast you can woodcut. And you can see here he's getting XP drops like crazy. So this is actually going to be the best woodcutting XP in the game. It's really revamping woodcutting, revitalizing it, and making it a whole new way to engage with the skill. And this is just 1 of 5 buffs. We don't know what the other 4 are, but this one in and of itself is already really changing the XP rates on a massive scale. Talking about the buffs themselves, they are going to last up to 15 minutes at maximum, and they can stack with other buffs, but the duration of the buff will be determined based on how much you engage with the Overgrown Idol before you fully unearth it, with a cap at 15 minutes. Now you can get the same buff twice and go over that cap, but you'll never get more than 15 minutes off 1 idol alone. So yeah, it looks like a really cool update. Can't wait for that. It's going to come, like I said, on Monday in just a couple of days. But we're going to actually shift gears now, and we're going to talk about the new Tier 92 crossbows coming with Solak, because I got some images. Here is the base image. If you don't know, they're called the Blightbound crossbows. Here is the original image of the crossbows. This is what it's going to look like in game if you have the base version with no dye, obviously. And then I'll just cycle through the various different images of the dyes as I go on, so you can see on screen that the various different ones that will pop up. They look really cool. I like them. Even the base version looks really cool, in my opinion. It's got like this weird blue orb ball or whatever that's reminiscent of whatever it seems to be inside of Solak. It has that bluish glow inside him, as well as with these crossbows, and it's a really unique way to make a crossbow. So let me know what you guys think about it. I think it looks really cool, and I really can't wait. Solak is coming at the end of the month, and Overgrown Idols coming out next week. I don't know what that means for the 21st. I think that's kind of like an empty week unless they come up with a surprise update. It could be a patch week, I'm not too sure. But yeah, the 14th for Overgrown Idols and the 28th is Solak. So give me your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for the Overgrown Idols? Do you like the look of the new Tier 92 crossbows, their base version, as well as the various different dyes? I'm excited for both. Can't wait. And I really won't have to wait very long at all because it's coming out very, very soon. With that being said, we're going to end the video there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Peace.